Hello, this video is just a quick and dirty explanation of R squared versus adjusted R squared. This is working with models that I have made up and also outcome numbers that I just made up for demonstration purposes. Let's say that we wanted to run some regressions and we wanted to have three different models, and our first model would look at the relationship between the independent variable smoking and the dependent variable cancer. And I'm assuming you know enough about regression to understand how these variables are measured and distributed, etc. Our second model would look at smoking and drinking, and our third model would include smoking, drinking, and home square footage, a variable that we would not expect to be influential on cancer outcomes. Our first model might give us a made-up number of 0.5 for R squared and an adjusted R squared of 0.48. Second model adds a variable, and we would expect the R squared to go up as we add variables. That makes a lot of sense. It also makes sense because drinking and smoking both contribute to cancer. Our adjusted R squared should go up. And then with our third model, when we add home square footage, yes, R squared is going to go up. Anytime you add a variable, you can expect to see that, but you'll see it's a very small difference. And our adjusted R squared says actually when we've adjusted for the complexity of the model, the outcome R squared then actually goes down. It says that when all of the factors are contributed, including the complexity added by the home square footage variable, the R squared value, or the amount of variation explained by the model, actually came down. In this case, you could say when we added drinking to our model, there was a very significant increase in the explanatory value of the model. But when we added home square footage, the explanatory value of the model actually came down. Even though our R squared went up, once we adjusted for the complexity of the model, the explanatory value came down. That's all you have to say. You do not need to try and prove whether or not this change is statistically significant, at least not in the courses that you're taking from me. Thanks for listening.